Why is the rum always gone? Oh, that's why.
Hello again, Spirit Sippers and Rum Rippers. One back again, and oh man, today we got a special one. I saw this one in the store, couldn't even grab it at first, had to come home, say a few prayers, talk to myself, say, am I gonna do it? And then of course I pulled the trigger. Today we're gonna be talking about FourSquare rum, the Nobiliary.
I think I can handle it.
Seems like I've been on a FourSquare kick this month, and they have not disappointed. They have been absolutely amazing. FourSquare is all natural with these exceptional casks. They don't add any sugar, they don't add any coloring. It's just all about the cask for the flavor influence, and they've been absolutely amazing. I got the 2007, I got the Sagacity, and I got the 2008. The Sagacity is 96 proof. The 2007 is 118 proof. 2008 is 120 proof. This bad boy, 14 years old, and it's ringing in at 124 proof. That's right, 62% ABV. This is the big bad boy, but it better bring the thunder, because for the first time in my life, I just paid $150 for a bottle of rum. Unbelievable. That's why I had to go home, say a few prayers like, am I going to really do it? But what it boiled down to is I actually like rum more than whiskey. I mean, it's starting to be a little closer to 50-50. It's right around 60-40 maybe these days. But I still like rum a little bit better. I've paid a lot more than that for certain whiskey and scotch bottles. So if I like rum better, if they're doing it the right way, if this is really 14 years old and the best cask, then why not do it? So here we are, 124 proof Nobiliary. Let's get this bad boy open and in a glass. 150 bucks!
What?
For rum!
Okay!
Oh man, is there any way that this thing can live up to what I'm thinking?
Yeah!
Oh, is there any way to judge it fair after paying that much more? I mean, the other ones are 12 years old. I mean, they're 118 and 120 proof at cask strength. So yeah, this one's 2 years older, but is it worth that extra 50 bucks? Let's find out. Yeah, I gotta say, this is the best pop so far. Toast myself already on a bottle well bought. Oh man, I have to say, you know, these are these special selection casks, so when you see them, you got to get them, because when they're out and they're gone forever. So, I mean, even when I saw this one, I was like, oh man, had to come home, think about it. And then I was like, you know what, if I don't grab it, it's going to be gone, and I'm going to be irate with myself for not grabbing it. Just go get the damn thing. So, went back, grabbed it, and I went back a couple days later, they were all gone. So I was really glad I grabbed it when I had the chance, and now I have a chance to review it for all of you. They all have that pretty similar smell, just kind of a sugarcane sweet brown sugar. The 2007 was more of like a creamy banana coconut, kind of sweeter. The 2008 was more of like a spicy pineapple. The 2008 was stronger and had a higher proof, but yet the 2007 drinks a little sharper. It almost seems like the 2007 is the higher proof. I mean, they're really close anyway. You're talking about 59 and 60% ABV. So you're talking about 1% ABV, 2% different in proof. So, I mean, they're right there, but it's just weird that the lower proof actually drinks a little bit hotter and a little bit spicier. This one's leaning more towards the 2008, a little bit more of that spicy pineapple smell. Oh man, there's almost like a tobacco, like a pipe tobacco or like a tobacco leaf smell in the back end of this. Oh, it smells really good, but is there any way that this can live up to it? I mean, $150, you better be delicious. The other ones are, and like I said, you know, once you see them, you have to get them, because they're going to be gone. Once they're gone forever. But man, you just, like I said, we just get acclimated to a certain price point, and then all of a sudden they jump it not just by a little, but by a lot. It's like, oh man, you gotta crawl before you walk, you know. You gotta kind of ease us into that. It was just like, nope, we're up here now. Like, man, like I said, when I first saw it on the shelf, I couldn't even buy it. I was like, I just can't. And yeah, I bought some other stuff, but went home, thought about it, knew just how sick I would be if I didn't get it, and of course went back and got it. But man, just pulling the trigger on the Eldorado 21 and the Ranzacapa XO, those were like $114, $124. I thought that was getting ridiculous, but nope, we got to up the ante again, and now we're up there. I guess I shouldn't exaggerate it. It wasn't $150, it was only $149.99. So, oh man. Like I said, just kind of a spicy brown sugar on this one. Oh man, you can smell that barrel influence. You can almost smell the heat on there, but it's not crazy. It's almost like a spicy sugar cane molasses brown sugar type of thing. A little bit of that just rum funk on the back end as well. But right in the middle of it, you have that like tobacco leaf, that pipe tobacco, cigar tobacco. It's almost more of a cigar tobacco because it's not quite as sweet and as crisp as a pipe tobacco, so it's almost more like a cigar leaf, tobacco leaf. Oh, buddy. All right, we put it in the glass. We've already let it sit for a little bit. I had to get right into that smell. We're going to let it sit in the glass for 14 minutes because it is 14 years old. We've already let a couple pass, so we're going to let it sit in this glass a few more minutes, and we'll get back into the tasting. Don't go anywhere. All right, 14 minutes is up, and I am ready to taste this bad boy. Oh wow, the 14 minutes did make a difference. It's lightened up. It's like a creamier vanilla kind of on the nose now. It's not so sharp. I'll tell you what, 15 minutes later, it's like a nice sweet vanilla smell. That kind of heavier tobacco leaf that I was smelling, that's kind of gone. I mean, if you really get in there and dig for it, I mean, it's kind of there on the very back end, but it's a whole lot sweeter now. Just like I said, a lot like a creamy vanilla. Oh man, let's taste it. Cheers. Oh yeah. That's 124 proof. It's weird, like, as soon as it hits your lips, you can start to feel a little tingle. It's kind of like a nice, smooth, creamy, and then it's like, oh, then it starts to turn and tingle. And then it's more zesty, like the cream goes away and it's more of a tart zestiness. And then it goes down and you can feel it all the way down and you can feel it right back up with that Kentucky hug. Like, that's 124 proof, but it's weird how pleasant that is. Almost like it's not quite the banana Fosters of like the bamboo, but it's almost like a spicy creme brulee, which is really nice. But it is like a toasted caramel, sweet, creamy vanilla. Oh man, that just smells like dessert in a glass. It really does, and it tastes exactly like that as well. That is nice. Oh man, I didn't think this bad boy was going to be able to live up to the price tag, and I'm still not 100% sure it does, but it's not far off. This is delicious. Just creamy, like just a tiny bit of that salty caramel, but more of like a toasted caramel, and then the creamy vanilla. Just a nice, smooth, like not oily, but just a nice viscous mouthfeel. Almost a little bit of a sweet cinnamon tingle as it kind of goes all the way down and back up. I mean, this is a spicy, sweet dessert in a glass. I mean, it's the best way to describe it. Let's see what happens when you put some water in it. Not usually a big fan of putting water in my rum, but I mean, for these cast drinks, it's usually a pretty good idea. We'll put a couple drops in this one because at 124 proof, it can handle it. Wow, this is really good so far. Oh man, I was so ready to hate this and just kind of bang on it. Just ready to absolutely hate on this and bag on it and just throw it under the car for just wanting too much money for what it is. But I gotta tell you, I still think, I mean, man, $150 for a 14-year-old rum. I mean, I get it. These actually, like a lot of those rums will say 25 and 24 years, and a lot of them aren't. They just have like maybe even just a teaspoon of 25-year-old rum in it, and the rest could be like 6-year-old, 4-year-old rum. There's just not enough regulation in the rum world. But this Barbados double still pot and column still rum has actually been in a barrel for 14 years aging, and then came out, and it's aged in ex-bourbon casks, and you can tell that sweet vanilla. You can absolutely tell the cask influence is delicious and amazing in there. It's prominent. The water, it smells a little more like a spicy cinnamon. That real creamy, sweet vanilla has kind of backed off, and now it's more of like a spicy cinnamon with the water. It's kind of opened it up a little bit. A little bit of allspice too. Maybe some nutmeg. Yeah, it's a little spicier now with the water. That's weird. It took away that creamy sweetness. Let's see if it did it on the taste. Prost. A little bit of that oak influence, a little bit of that spicy cinnamon is still there. Yeah, a lot of the water did. The water kind of killed a lot of that sweetness, and it's more of a tang, a little more zippiness to it, a little more spicy cinnamon. Yeah, that almost opened it up and brought a little more of that 124 proof zing to it. Let's see how it fares over some ice. $150.
Yeah!
That is just going to take some getting used to. Nobiliary. Is that a noble price? Oh, the ice kind of breaking it back down to a little more of that sweetness, a little more of that vanilla. Still get a little bit of that spicy caramel. Not so much cinnamon, but more of that spicy caramel now, because it's more of that sweetness with a little bit of the spice on there. Still get a little bit of that oak influence, that ex-bourbon flavor, or ex-bourbon smell, kind of with that vanilla oak. Like a little bit of a spicy cinnamon. Let's see how it tastes. Prost. I tamped down a lot of those flavors, kind of like oak and sugar cane. And a little bit of the sweet oak, a little bit of the spice there, but just kind of a muted oaky, like a sweet muted oaky flavor. And sugar cane and oak. Tiny bit of allspice, but yeah, it just really muted it down. I mean, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of caramel. Yeah, more just like a sweet oaky spice, but real muted and tamped down. On this one, it's weird how they kind of do switch up. Like some of them I like better with water, some better over ice, and I do believe as strong as this one is at 124 proof, I think I like this one the best neat. I mean, they're fine and delicious all three ways, but I think I like this one neat the best. Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely delicious over ice. But I think, yeah, if I've got to pick it out, and when I'm going to drink this one, it's going to be neat. Wow, 124 proof. You already know what's coming. So now we have the three cask strengths, 2007, 2008, and now the Nobiliary, 118, 120, and 124 proof. So we're definitely going to have to do a blind taste test of those coming up to see which one we really like the best. 2007 was 84.99. The 2008 was $99.99, and this was $149.99. So we'll have to do a blind taste test with the FourSquare cask strengths and see which one comes out on top. But I can't tell you, you're not going to be wrong. If you see any of them out there, do yourself a favor and pick them up, because they are absolutely delicious. And dare I say, worth every penny. We're going to have to spend just a little bit more time with this. But again, like I say, if I put up all the $150 bottles of scotch that I bought and whiskey that I bought, this one fares right there with it. Kind of a bummer that it's only 14 years old, but you know, I mean, you might not want it too much longer in a cask. I mean, this might be right there at the sweet spot. So, absolutely delicious. Can't wait to spend a little more time with it, let it open up a little bit, and see where it takes us. But so far, so good on the FourSquare Nobiliary. Scale out of 1 to 10. Still, just because it's at 150, I think I gotta ding it just a little bit. I think I gotta give this one a good solid 8.7, 8.8, right in there. I'd give this one a good solid 8.8. It's pretty amazing. It tastes pretty good, even though it is so expensive. Still not quite used to that. So that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic rest of the week, and until we see you next time. Cheers.